please welcome to the cage first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Bearing Jiu-Jitsu, and fighting out of Teresa, New York, Grace Nowak!
Grace Nowak trains out of Bearing Jiu-Jitsu in Watertown, New York. It's an awesome gym. I've trained there with Kip. Head coach is Curtis Mosley. He's a black belt under Flavio Mering himself.
Oh, wow.
Grace lost her pro debut, but it was to the Spider Monkey, Marissa Messer-Belluccia. There is no shame in that.
No shame in losing to the Spider Monkey, that's for sure. That girl trains like a maniac. Down with Andrew Calandrelli.
Andrew Calandrelli, another hero of ours.
And now please welcome, fighting out of the red corner, representing Strike Zone Europe, and fighting out of Winterthur, Switzerland, Mr. Kicaj!
Well, it's the stars from Switzerland, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the second time we've had a European competitor at reality fighting. There was that guy from Sweden, I think, that fought Jesse James Kazakowski at a...
I actually brought, there was that Hensel Gracie competitor. I actually brought a fighter from Finland in a couple of times.
Oh, was that Jacob?
Yep.
Jacob, I remember him,
The
yeah.
Striking Viking.
That Striking Viking, I remember him, yeah.
Bestar Kicaj fights out of Strike Zone Europe in Zurich, Switzerland. Head coach, Oliver Reisen.
She looks ready.
Kicaj does the traditional martial arts bow, circling around the room. No glove touch between these two.
Now she just actually bowed to her, though.
A little bit of an old school approach.
All right.
Upstate New York versus Switzerland in the reality fighting cage. It's on, Mike. There's our glove touch.
Switzerland
no
will not
more loving these gloves.
Switzerland will not remain neutral in this particular case.
Similar footwork. Both fighters playing with the distance. Kicaj is downloading data right now. What's her opponent's reach? What's her reaction time? How high are those hips? Now Kicaj is feinting the right. Started off feinting the feet. Very shortly, we're going to see a strike attempt. There it was. Kicaj now has a greater sense of her opponent's footwork, distance, timing. Grace sometimes employs a Muay Thai style approach. She likes to counterfight.
Yeah, I noticed that. She almost looked like she almost caught Kicaj on the way in.
She's very good at it. She'll take a couple of shots, slip them, and land a big one of her own. Grace Nowak always completely cool under fire. Always focused, never intimidated.
Surprised we're not seeing a little more leg kicks here.
Mike, I'm really liking Bestar's feints. Feinting the right, feinting the kicks, feinting a super girl punch. Big right hand coming.
I got the sense she was loading up, and she was.
Oh, straight right hand from the Swiss fighter. Grace Nowak is tough as a tree. She does not mind taking shots in order to give them.
She'll take one to give two.
That is one clever approach to a plum. Get your head in that double head tie, just start throwing shots.
Pound in the body.
If I'd fault Grace for anything, and it's not a fault, she does sometimes play too much of a counter-fighting game. I know she's got a tremendous offense. Doesn't always employ it. And Mike, I'm really loving Bestar's footwork. In, out, in, out, in, out. Always playing with that range, trying to stay just beyond her opponent's reach, popping in for a shot and then popping back out.
And it seems like she's been landing with a little of these jabs here and there. Popping in, landing, getting back out.
This is Bestar's 5th fight. She does have some experience in the cage. She just shifted.
I saw that.
Momentarily.
Went southpaw for a second.
That shift is like being forced to drive on the other side of the road in Europe momentarily. You can throw your opponent off. Exchanges. Grace's hands are getting closer. She is a little bit of a slow starter. Once she does find that range and they let, ooh, little elbow attempt.
Looked like it. Yeah.
Grace saw it too. Reacted to that one by covering her face.
I think this one will end up going to the ground at some point.
Both these women thus far are completely content to stand and trade.
Seems like nobody really wants to go down right now.
Both of them are highly confident in their striking game. You can feel Grace's distancing, getting edging just a little bit better.
I think she hit her with a good right there.
I cannot reiterate enough how tough Grace is. Getting straight shots to the face does not throw her off her game. Short time now, 10 seconds.
Look for some fireworks.
Boom, first round ends. Mike, I think we're both in agreement. I think we both like Bestar Kicaj, 10-9 in that round.
Yeah,
do you concur?
I would concur with that, yeah. I think she was pushing the action a little better. I think she was landing more. She was slipping a little better.
Grace Nowak's corner.
But Grace, that being said, Grace did not get hurt in that round anyway, I don't think.
Good round by both fighters. Grace Nowak's corner, in all likelihood, telling her to shift, change things up a little bit. Trade a little bit. If she feels her opponent overcommit, level change, get in on those hips, test her on the ground. Bestar's breathing under control now. Grace Nowak does not look gassed whatsoever.
No, she's not even breathing hard. She looked like she had a little blood under the nose when they were wiping it, so she got a pop to the nose.
Corners exiting the cage. We're just seconds away from round 2. Another glove touch. Now, question of this fight may be, does Grace Nowak show us some different looks? I'm seeing a little more head movement side to side from her.
Yeah.
Thus far, she didn't have a huge amount of success with it. Grace definitely getting her head off the center line now. Good work from her corner. Grace was keeping that head right in the pocket a little too much. Now it's darting side to side.
She's really pressing a little more here, I sense.
Her corner clearly didn't want her to wait. Wait for her opponent to get off and trade. Said, keep your head off the center line and press. Grace starting to get stuff off. Definitely a better round for her thus far. The key has been getting that head off center. Grace had been formerly moving straight forward, getting clipped. She got caught there, but not cleanly.
Not too clean.
Oh, nice exchange, straight right, spinning hammer fist.
Things are heating up here a little bit now.
Grace continues to press a little bit more than she did in the first round. That pressing is something that often sways judges. Simply move forward, throw shots, impresses a lot of judges, but not all. Best start, Kicaj starting to fight back. Wants to keep the momentum going she had in that first round.
Right, she's landed it a couple times now. One time glances. Hasn't hit it clean yet, but.
Bestar had luck coming straight down the center in the first round. Now she's mixing it up. Straight shots and looping shots. Grace continues to stalk.
If either of them have any intentions of going to the ground, they certainly haven't showed anything yet.
I think both of them are very, very happy doing just what they're doing.
It would appear. Kicaj had a little elbow there she tried to catch her with on the way in.
It was the second time. If that elbow lands, can cause a cut. That can cause the end of the fight. There's your shift. That momentary shift can be very surprising for an opponent. There's your looping shots. Bestar doing a great, great job now of mixing up kicks, punches, looping shots, straight shots, all while employing that in and out footwork.
Yeah, she's gaining confidence here. I think she's starting to turn up a little bit. She's got to be careful.
Grace's corner. Bestar is not trying to hold on to what feels like probably feels like a comfortable lead. She is trying to set up her biggest shots.
Yeah, she just missed with that one.
Grace continues to stalk and press, but has not been able to solve her opponent's in and out style. We've got 10 seconds now, Mike.
Ooh, she hit her with a right there. Grace got tagged.
Oh!
Spinning
Fighter goes down.
Knocked her down.
Very
Nice
exciting
flurry.
ending to that round. Grace Nowak attempts a spinning hammer fist. Bestar Kicaj does one herself, puts her opponent down on the ground. Let's take a look at it. There's the first one, and here's the second one. It did hit the shoulder. That might be ruled more a slip than a knockdown, but it was exciting.
Yeah, it was.
Mike, I think that might have been a tighter round than the first one, but I think we're both still looking. We're now at 2018 for Bestar Kicaj.
I would say yes.
You would, if that's the case. Grace Nowak can only win by stoppage. She can only win by knocking her opponent out or tapping her opponent out.
Yeah, if we're in the ballpark here on our estimates, she's going to have to look for a knockout or submission, or she's going to have have a hard time pulling this one off.
First rule in mixed martial arts, never leave it in the hands of the judges. Grace has probably been given orders to try and stop her opponent.
Grace was lucky that she had the bell ring right after she got her own bell rung with that spinning back fist, because she had a little chance to recover now. So she's tough, so she could come back here.
Grace showing a little bit more head movement side to side,
yep,
and a little more forward movement. Grace clearly got her marching orders.
Yep. I think she's trying to get her to the ground.
Not having had overwhelming success in the stand-up game, it would be wise to test her skills on the ground. Grace fighting with more intensity now. Kicaj continues to move adroitly, distance manage, circle. Try and keep her opponent right in the end of those arms.
Grace pressing there and landing a little nice jab. She paid for it there a little bit.
Bestar's footwork, very, very difficult to time. When the fighter pops in and out, if you hit them when they're moving out, strike doesn't have nearly the same effect. If you can catch them at that exact moment they're moving in, can double the effect, but it's hard to do. Nice kick.
I think it was blocked, but she had the hand up. But even sometimes when those are blocked, it still rings the bell a little bit.
Gabe Gonzaga broke.
That's right.
Randy Couture's arm with it.
With it on, yeah.
Bestar Kicaj does believe she's got a winning formula. Slip that head side to side, pop in and out. Strike from distance. Try and set up huge shots several times per round. She continues to employ it
nice combination
to wonderful effect.
Oh,
Grace plows in. That's one of her best combinations of the night so far. Interesting. Bestar shaking those forearms out for a sec. Arms maybe getting heavy. Big right hand from the Swiss fighter.
Yeah.
We're going to call that kick a Swiss miss.
A Swiss miss.
Bestar feels like she's got a full sense now of her opponent's footwork, distancing.
Yeah, I feel like she's starting to gain a little confidence again here and starting to pour it on a little bit more.
Trying to land, set up her biggest shots. Because of course, Mike, it's not the power and the punch that knocks somebody out, it's the timing. Hit them moving away, they don't go out. Hit them moving in, they go out.
Right.
Just 1 minute left in this 3-round contest.
And in addition to that timing, it's right where you get them. If you can get them right on the chin versus someplace else. A lot of times, a weaker punch in the right spot is better than a strong punch in the wrong spot.
Yeah, hit somebody in the hairline, your hand breaks. Hit him on the eye orbital, hit him on the side of the nose, hit him in the lower half of the chin. It's the opposite effect.
30 seconds left here, so I think you'll see something. Oh, they're starting to hammer now.
Start turning it on. Kicaj driving her opponent backwards now.
Oh, Kicaj gave
10 seconds. The Swiss miss. Best star Kicaj continues to press her opponent. Time! And the fighters embrace. We're not the judges, of course, but I think that was a textbook 30-27 bout.
I would rule that the same, or I would score that the same way, but
little replay here. You see Best Star plowing forward, landing some shots, eating some in return, mixing up kicks, punches, straight shots, looping shots. That's the technique that won the fight, in my opinion. What's going on right now is there's a score runner who's picking up the scores from each of the 3 judges. Those scores will be taken to the head judge. The head judge will tabulate them. Mike Mazzulli, commissioner here, will oversee that tabulation to make sure there's no math errors. Then the score sheet will be taken into the ring and announced. It is not an instantaneous process. This is analog, not digital. This is pens on paper, not pressing buttons on your phone. But I'd imagine we're about a minute away from the official decision.
hopefully there's no Russian interference with the scorecard tallying.
No hanging chads
no
on
hanging
this one.
Chads. Yeah.
I believe our ring announcer now has the scores in hand. He's entering the reality fighting cage to make it official. Swiss fighter, very animated, not showing any signs of exhaustion. I think she wants to hear these scores read off.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we will now go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27. For your winner, in the red corner, Mr. Kicaj!
Terrific technical fight. Excellent scoring. We do have some of the best ringside officials or cage side officials in the world here at Mohegan Sun Arena.
Hey, Bastard, am I saying that correctly? Bastard?
Bastard, yes.
Bastard came all the way from Sweden. Oh, I'm sorry, Switzerland, I'm sorry. I've done that before. Congratulations on your win. You know, I don't think people understand. I'm like 180 pounds. You're 110 pounds. You could punch that hard for 3 rounds. It's really incredible. We had guys earlier today that were 3 times your size that fought. So congratulations on your win. You've got incredible endurance, great hands. The school that you guys come from, because we don't know, are you more of a stand-up school or more of a grappling school?
We do it also stand-up and the grappling. We do it both, so.
Yeah, look, we didn't see much of the groundwork, but excellent stand-up. You know, as pros, there's not a ton of women that are 110 pounds in the entire country. We're very excited to have many of our top athletes here in the Northeast. Marissa is our current champion at 110 pounds. We'd love to have you come back and fight her, perhaps, for a 5-round fight. What do you think about that?
I would love it. I would love it to come back and to fight here again. It's a great arena. It's a great stuff here. They treated me all so well. Thank you very much. It will be a pleasure when I can come back and fight for this title fight. It will be a pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, I have a question. So you fight in Switzerland? Have you ever had a crowd of like 6,000 people before?
Yes, I fought in Rising. Yeah. There was 15,000, but here's also great for 100 or 6,000.
Hey, you're a rock star. Thank you very much. It was awesome to have you come out. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.